here with my mom on my left and my grandma on my right. And this over here is Stephen, my son, and my other son, Andrew, right? Andrew over here. And I just got us all together on one day, 4 generations of Behaylos, I guess, and Acombs. And I just wanted a chance to videotape us all being together, since we still don't have a video machine. So we're just going to hang out and talk, and you can just focus on whoever and just get us all in the next hour.
And the babies are stars.
And the babies are stars. Yes, they are our stars. Andrew and Stephen came into the world on Sunday, November 22nd. And my mom has been with me with a few days off, but pretty much ever since, helping me out. And my grandma flew in for the day to just come and meet her new great-grandchildren. My grandma's waited a long time.
So did your mother.
And so did my mother. So, and my mom is married, Nancy Behaylo is married to Jerry Behaylo, and my grandma is Jerry's mom, and Jean Behaylo. So, and you know, one of the things I wanted to ask you guys about was, I was curious about what it was like to become a mom when you guys reached becoming moms, because it's been a big change for me. And Ma, you told me a couple things when you were here earlier. Like when I came along, you were still teaching, and you brought, you were trying to raise me and also finish your teaching degree. I was wondering if you could tell a little bit about that, some of the things you went through.
Well, the pro and con of this whole thing was when you have a brand new little baby and you go into kindergarten and you teach school, you bring back all the germs from kindergarten, so you probably had every childhood disease the first year you were there.
I believe it.
But these babies are very special. Just look at these babies. You can even do a close-up of Stephen here. He looks like the little Buddha. There he is.
He's still stretching.
He's still stretching, okay. He likes to stretch and fuss a little bit. Grandma, when you had, I guess my dad came first, he was the first baby. Did you get some help from great-grandma?
Oh, we lived together.
You did?
So I had a lot of help with your father. Because he had all those uncles.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 uncles. So he was a prince in the family. Was the only baby from, the first baby. So everybody was taking him for a ride when he got a little older in a truck. And then when we moved on Revere, and the minute he saw the uncles, there he was sitting in the truck to go by Grandma.
Oh, yeah?
He never wanted to stay home because he was so used to playing over there with all the people.
You want to go back to Grandma's house, huh? Which is Great-Grandma Pichelski?
Yeah.
You guys all lived in Great-Grandma had a pretty big house in Detroit,
Yeah.
didn't she?
Yeah, it was a 4-bedroom house. And everybody lived together.
Isn't that wonderful?
Grandma, did you show us that house one time that you guys all lived in Detroit? Remember when?
I think your father did.
Okay. I remember when James and you and I and James went out for Polish food at.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I showed you the house. It was a big house.
And that was on a park, wasn't it? Like
The park behind. That's what your father used to like to go and play.
You go play over there.
Yeah, there's a great big park in the back.
And was that on Outer Drive in Detroit? I can't remember what street that was
No,
on.
there was on Monart.
On Monart.
And behind, like, there was a whole park. The guys used to play baseball there and football. And because a few blocks away from there was a school.
Mm.
And that park went all the way to that school. Very big park.
So it was also the school play yard?
Yeah.
And by contrast, when Denise was a little baby, she was the first grandchild in this generation, in her generation. And her first Christmas, I remember, we had this wonderful Santa suit. It was a little red jumpsuit with a little red hat, and we took her for Christmas. And she was the star. She was without a doubt the star of that whole evening.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone could hardly keep their hands off of her. They all had to pass this wonderful new baby around.
Do you remember that, Grandma? Do you remember me being
Oh,
little
yes,
Santa?
I remember you. I think I had a picture of you in that red dress.
Did you ever dress up my dad and Uncle Len for the Christmas Eve parties?
No, no. Well, you got dressed up, but not in red, you know.
Not like Santa or the elves.
Yeah.
So.
These nice suits.
Those Christmas Eve parties were wonderful. That was when Grandpa's mother, Grandma Bashelsky, used to have them when we were first married.
Yeah.
And so then it would be a real extended family. It would be Grandpa Behaylo, his family, Uncle Ed, his family. Then, let's see, whom else came to those gatherings, huh?
Well, Genesis used to come from the beginning, but then they went on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, it's 63 years. We've been having Christmas Eve every year. For 63 years already.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a big tradition in our family, Christmas Eve.
So we're getting more and more people every Christmas Eve.
I'd say we're up to 50 or so now.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more.
And your father figured out that it was 63 years since we've been getting together. It's a long time.
It's a wonderful tradition. It makes everyone that's not in the same state feel like they have to come home and do that.
A little peer pressure, family pressure.
Right.
I've always loved those. We should hire David to come and film us at the Christmas Eve party too.
Wouldn't
You
that
have
be
to come to
nice?
Michigan though.
Okay.
In this video, I think we should get one picture of you holding both your babies, and then we'll stand back and do. What do you think of that?
Okay.
Okay. But as soon as we get them both at the point where they're not going to scream and holler,
Okay.
we'll get you holding this baby. See if he'll do okay. And Grandma and I'll stand in back of you.
Really? Finally got it.
Doesn't he have a good suck? He really has a good suck.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Look at that boy baby. What a good suck. Can you pause for 1 minute, Andrew? Everybody get a really nice
Should I get the
picture.
bottle out when we start screaming?
Look at that. There, Mama holds you, and Grandma and I'll stand back. There is the two wonderful babies.
Okay, my little baby.
Look at that, and Grandma and I'll just stand back for a second. And we can see the 4 generations.
Can you get close up, David? I don't know if this is too far.
Yeah, no,
Okay. You can just play around with it, you know, like 5 seconds or so on each of us.
Well, wonderful, wonderful babies.
Mm.
And twins are not a novelty in this family. On the Behaylo side of the family, Grandma Behaylo here had siblings who were twins. On my mother's side of the family, I have a great grandma who was an identical twin. And on Denise's husband James' side of the family, let's see, James' mother had twins in the family.
Both on Jane's mother's and father's side, like uncles or cousins.
Mhm. And then more current, James's older brother has boy twins who are identical.
Yes.
10 years ago. So we're kind of carrying on the Acomb tradition also, aren't we?
Yes, definitely the Acomb, I think, gave the identical twins to us. Thanks, Grandma.
There, now I think we should get these boys even some
Okay.
way.
Did you get everyone, David?
yeah.
Who do you need a little another refocus on?
I
Anyone?
I got them pretty close.
You did, okay. Was Andrew's hands in his way? He was kind of using his hands a lot. You got him.
You want to
Andrew's on my right.
Andrew and Stephen.
Yeah.
Precious, just precious.
Two sleepy heads.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
they are, aren't they?
Well, at least they're being quiet for a minute. They're not insisting they must eat at this moment.
They've been sleeping for quite a while.
They tend to be night babies, Grandma, awake at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just let them cry for a while and they'll break away.
Cutest part of this age baby are these really nice fat cheeks here.
Yeah.
So lovely.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
smile.
what a
Did you
smile.
catch that smile out, Andrew? Or did he escape that from you?
No, I missed that one.
He might give you another one. He gets these adorable little choir boy smiles. Oh, right before he gives you this big cry. Yeah.
Do you want me to
You
hand
can-
it to Grandma?
Yeah. And Steven, sometimes you get the choir boy smile from him too.
Okay, Grandma, you got it ready to go?
Take it out of the bottle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you want to feed him or do you want me to choose?
You can hold him on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We can get a minute if you can.
I'll get a minute, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's hungry.
Grab this.
He's hungry, huh?
Yeah. Cover his face up with hands.
Yeah, he does let you use his hands a lot.
Show your pretty face.
He doesn't want to show his face, he covers it, covered it up.
He's hanging on
He likes
already.
to-
He's learned to hang on to his food source.
Yes. I think Steven's happily just
Mellowing
sitting
out.
here, yeah.
Okay. Do you think maybe he needs a burp?
Do you want to try that? Does he have eaten enough? Oh, he has, hasn't he? Wow.
Yeah, they have a bottle.
Yeah, that's a good amount. Has he burped from that yet or no?
I think he has one burp.
But he's pretty happy. I think we'll just let him
Really precious.
sleep, yeah.
They're both so precious.
So Maude, you were kind of a second mom in your family.
Well, yes, we were just discussing the fact that all three of us women sitting here are the oldest girls in the family, and that's quite a role.
Yes.
Grandma Jean Behaylo had how many children in your family?
6.
6. She was the second mom to 6. I had 7 in my family. I had one older brother, so I was the second mom. And Denise was the oldest one in our family, and we had 4. And she asked who was my helper when I had 4 children. I said, you were. Now she has her own children that she's going to be very busy with.
Yes, I expect they will. I wanted to hear some of the old stories, you guys. That's why I keep on talking about, some of the things you guys went through, because it's going to be, I always love hearing about how you guys did things differently. Like Grandma, here I've got,
Put them out with straw.
oh goodness, thanks, Grandma. Oh boy. I can't tell you, we've been doing laundry twice a day now, Grandma. I guess we should have burped him, huh, Ma?
Yeah, I think so. You can burp them now,
okay.
and I'll get a new wardrobe for you.
Oh, goodness. Well, Graham, will you tell me about, boy, you really did. Yeah, here comes some more. Here comes some more, yeah. There we go, you get that out of you. You get that out of you, yes. There we go. Grandma, I was wondering, here I've got modern conveniences. I've got, plastic diapers, I've got formula, I've got a laundry machine, and yet it's still crazy raising kids, and I just kind of wondered,
Well, when I had your father, I had to wash diapers on a scrubbing board.
on a scrubbing board?
Because we had no washing machine. Well, there were machines, washing machines were already in, but we couldn't afford one. So, wash them, and some of the time hang them outside, and one of the time hang them down the basement.
Hang in the basement?
Yeah, so they dried up and then fold them up.
And did you use clothespins on the diapers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all cotton, diapers at that time. You could boil them too.
You had to boil the diapers?
Yeah, you wash them, you took them in a kettle and boil them, and then took them out, rinse them out, and hung them up.
Wow. So how did you do that when you were still trying to feed the babies at the same time?
Well, when I washed clothes, I didn't feed the baby. I washed clothes. And I fed the baby some other time. Of course, I didn't have it too bad with your father because we lived together with Grandma Michalski, so she was a help, helped her.
She helped a lot.
But Uncle Len, well, they were on their own. So they did that myself, all this stuff. Didn't have a washing machine, so I washed it after running for scrubbing board.
Wow. I mean,
And I remember a Ringer washing machine you had.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
after, what, it's like after it washes, then it wrings it? I can't
No,
remember.
I used to wash clothes in the washing machine, then I took them out of the washing machine, you had a wringer on the washing machine. And then you had like water, you had two of those in the basement, what do you call those? It's like sinks, big sinks, and you put in the one and then another, so you rinse, the wringer went through one, and then you rinse those clothes in that one water, then you turn the wringer around and you rinse them in the other water. And then it wring out, then you hung them up.
And a Ringer was like two rollers going together.
Together.
And the cloth went through it and got all the water out.
Okay. Yeah, that was definitely before I ever saw that. I think you had it, isn't it still in the basement, or you had it in your basement for a long time afterwards, right, Grandma? Because I remember seeing it as a little kid.
I had it till it broke, and it broke and we threw it out.
Yeah.
But that was still better than scrubbing on the scrubbing board.
I bet.
So we progressed from scrubbing them on the scrubbing board to the washing
Wringer.
machine with the Ringer.
And
And
then
this
And
generation-
then hang dry.
And hang dry. And in this generation, we did nothing disposable with for you. It was cloth diapers, rinsed out, was messed in the toilet, soaked them in the diaper pail, and then put them in the washing machine and the dryer, and you'd have them. But nothing disposable. All the clothes were washed and dried. Bottles, and for your childhood, we still had a formula, bottles, and nipples to sterilize.
you had to boil the bottles.
And boil the bottles too. Did you have glass bottles, Grandma?
Glass bottles.
Okay. And rubber nipples?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then by the time we got down to your two younger brothers and sisters, we were in your stage of life. There were disposable diapers, there were Playtex plastic bottles with the little baby inside, and so it made things a lot simpler.
Wow.
What did we put on? Is this for his next wardrobe?
Is he big enough?
Or shall we put on this?
But it better put something with the leg, to cover his leg, their legs up.
Yeah.
Or this one?
Ah,
This one here, to put their legs up.
one of these two. Oh, this has got the foot.
The feet. You want
Feet.
feet in it?
Yeah, these don't.
These are very well-dressed boys. I think they have enough to go on here.
Yes, people were very generous in helping us prepare for their arrival, and we are greatly appreciative. Is that airplane noise getting in the way? That'll probably get caught.
No.
Well. Or do you think our voices are all picking up on it?
And I remember when you were 3 years old, you and I went on a trip to California to visit my side of the family. And again, you were the little star. You were the only person around in your generation at that time. And everyone loved you, and they thought you were just magnificent. Even at 3.
Even at 3.
Well, at 3, it wasn't Michelle born yet?
Well, maybe not 3 then, because only Denise went this one time. I remember that maybe it was 2.5 before Michelle.
Because I know once you went to California and you left Nicole and Joe.
Yeah, but one time I went to California with just Denise.
Oh.
You must
Because
have
I went for 3 weeks. And I had Joe and Nicole all that time when you were gone. But that 3rd week was getting to me.
I believe
Because
it.
there were 2 babies.
Oh, yeah.
No, they were only a year apart, not even 10 months apart.
Yeah.
It was like taking care of twins.
I bet it was. You were probably running through some of the craziness of balancing the feeding, the changing, and a little bit of sleep in between. I bet.
That was when you went, I think Joe was 2 and Nicole was 1. And they both were in diapers.
They're both still in diapers.
Not disposable. Well, no, they would have been disposable by then. Oh, they had a diaper service. So instead of washing your own cloth diapers, some people had a diaper service. Then you would put cloth diapers on them, but you would give them to the diaper service and they would drop off new diapers for you.
Hmm.
So that was a luxury that some people had. And then you had a choice between the diaper service or the cloth, the new disposable diapers.
Disposable.
Mhm.
So Grandma, what did they have in Poland when you were helping, when your mom and you were helping raise your
Flannel diapers.
flannel, like a cotton flannel?
Mhm.
Is it like these kind of diapers we have here?
No, they were different,
A little bit different?
yeah.
And did you have,
And everybody made their own diapers. They bought material and cut in and sewed around, and everybody made their own. If you couldn't buy diapers, you had to make them.
you had to make them?
Mm.
Wow. And then, did you use the scrub board to wash them then?
And they scrub off for everything.
Yeah. And did they boil the diapers
Mm-hmm.
back when you were?
You had to, because sometimes you couldn't wash them no matter how you tried. You had to boil them. You
Wow.
wash them real good, and then they still were spotted. I mean, they're just like, you know, there was nothing in them but spots.
Oh, yeah. So that's how you do that. Well,
That was pretty new.
no, you know what? I think he's okay. We probably,
Okay. Don't worry about it.
yeah. Only because I don't want to spend the last half hour with him not in the picture, right? Yeah. You guys, what else am I going to be prepared for? Like, I kind of like to call upon your different memories because this is also new to me. I've been working as a career girl basically since 1985, and so in my generation we tend to put motherhood off for much later, and so this is like learning a new career all over again. And like Grandma, you were saying that earlier how Uncle Len was, my Uncle Len was a bit of a mischievous young kid, and my dad was maybe a little less mischievous.
Uncle Len, your father was slower and Uncle Len was faster, so he got in more trouble.
And they go play baseball and stuff with the kids in the neighborhood a lot,
And they
right?
played on the streets. There was no park close by, so they used to play on the streets. Or in the driveway.
In the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
What was, were you guys, was Grandpa still doing the different jobs, you know, like all the different jobs at the different companies at that time?
Well, first of all, they had that shop, you know, during the war they opened up a shop. And then if the war ended, the shop ended. And there was no jobs. And he worked in a factory. And that's about it.
And so while Grandpa was doing those things, holding the different jobs, and my dad had a paper route, right? Didn't he help out with some of the family income with the paper route?
Well, he didn't really make, he was saving money for a car.
Ah.
When he was had a paper route, because when he was 18 or 17 or 18, he got himself a new car. I mean, not a new car, but an old car.
His
Big
TR?
$400.
No, what was his
No,
first
no,
car?
no, on that, no, you're talking about that Triumph. No, that wasn't his first car. No, he had there was a Buick or something in his first car. Then he got that Triumph, that
Baby.
little thing.
It's his hot rod, right?
Yeah.
Was it red?
I don't remember. No,
No,
I
it was
don't
blue.
think it's blue. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Baby's egg blue. Robin's egg blue. Oh, really pretty color. Little problems here and there, like.
I was really when he took
Like the
that,
hole in the floor of the car?
when he took that car all the way to Ypsilanti to college, I was really worried about that. Because that was such a little tiny car.
Did you know Dad when he had that car, Mom?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she rode in it.
I not only rode in it because I was his major interest at that time. He let me drive his sports car.
Oh,
One of
wow.
the few people who ever let drive his sports car, other than his friend Ron.
Ron Stempin?
Right.
Yeah. And after he saw you drive, did he still let you drive it again?
Well, he was a little more nervous.
Well, your mother was a hot rodder. when she was young.
I'm afraid it still runs in the family, Grandma.
I remember when Grandpa rode with her once, he said, "Holy Toledo, she's really rough with those cars."
And I had to train Grandma to ride in the car without telling me to watch out.
And she had to train me how to drive.
That was interesting.
Hot rodder. No wonder this, the secretary at their shop, she, I had the Nova,
Uh-huh.
and I had to fix someplace, and so she, your father followed her, she drove the car to my house. She said, "Holy Toledo," she said, "you're really a hot rodder, that car really goes."
Grandma with a hot rod,
Yeah,
huh?
the hot rodder.
Oh, wow.
It was a fast car. And then Joey and the son, "Boy, Grandma, wish you had that car so I could have it now."
Oh, really? My brother Joe wanted your car, huh?
Well, it was really a fast car, just
Wow.
touched the pedal and you went.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, you have a Buick now, Grandma? A Buick Century?
Well, I got a Ford now.
You got a Ford, okay. That's right.
This one's better, pretty good too. When I was, that time when I got sick in that church and the guy was driving home, he said, "Boy, that car goes by itself."
Didn't I teach her to drive well?
Yes, yes you did. Yes you did. Grandma, I have noticed last time I drove with you, you've become a more confident and assertive driver.
Oh,
You know, because 10 years or so ago, you'd be very cautious going around the corners and making left turns and stuff. And Grandma, you're very confident now,
Mhm.
We'll put you on the city streets of Chicago next, and have you drive it with all the
Well,
cab
I
drivers.
could drive to your house in a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
And then you a certain time and bumper to bumper.
I bet.
I think he's going to be looking over.
Well, I gotta pick him up.
Okay. Well,
There's a
yeah.
cloth right over, right in back of you. See right?
Well, he didn't want to get let
See
go.
right there, there's
Yeah.
cloth.
Yeah.
Certainly don't want to let it go.
But he's had a lot, he might look at giving you a big hurt.
Come on, big boy. He's sleeping, but he's eating.
Yeah. Okay.
Grandma was very impressed when she first picked up Andrew this morning at how he was able to move all the time.
Oh,
Yeah,
he is. He's very active.
yeah.
Very active. He was always the one when I was still carrying them, he was always a very active one. And he was on the left side, and Stephen was on the right side. And in the last 2 months particularly, Andrew was very active, and Stephen was very still, and I got worried sometimes that, it made me a little worried when you don't feel your baby move so much.
Remember that time you showed me that picture? And this one had a hand on top of that one?
Oh,
Yes, I
yeah.
bet that was him.
I bet you're right, Grandma. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out. I have a sonogram picture where one of the twins got his hand resting on the head of the other twin, and it's either resting and patting him on the head or kind of like giving him a shove. We're not sure.
No, it's like giving him a shove to move over. Now in my way, here I come. Move over.
I bet.
We do a little hurt.
Yeah, he done a little bit and he's sleeping.
Oh, all
Sleeping
right.
already.
Can't wait. Sleep now, then at night they wouldn't be up.
They are, Grandma. I have to start figuring out how to train them.
Well, what time you put him to bed?
10, 11.
Oh, then they should sleep right through it that time.
You know what those Grandma, we let them sleep a lot during the day.
Oh, maybe that's.
And that's what I guess I got to switch around, is keep them alert and awake.
Because Tina keeps Brianna till 10 o'clock and then she sleeps right through the night.
Really?
But of course, how old was Brianna? when
Well,
she
I'm
started
talking
doing
from little on, I'm not saying just now.
Mhm.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's a good sleeper.
Hmm.
Well, I did notice when we had dinner with them that after Brianna was to start at the dinner table, they put her in this chair and then they put a blanket over one part of it and a blanket over the other, so that it was very quiet in there. And she did go to sleep. But
Really?
It was like she had her attention. And
Yeah.
then
Well, we
when
were,
they
Ross and,
covered up-
Glenn and Ross were their babysitting, I was with them that time, I was over their house. And she was kind of cranky and Ross put her pajamas on, took her upstairs, laid her down, not a peep out of her.
Oh my.
went to sleep.
Wow.
But of course, she now is how old?
Brianna?
No,
She's
she
born
just-
around 4th of July, so July, August, September, November.
She just turned 5 months now.
5 months.
So in 5 months, we'll expect your voice to do the
Okay.
same. May take a little bit.
Now, when you come and sit down, I'm gonna hand you Stephen, and then I want to get the doors, but I want you to have a chance to learn Stephen.
Okay.
He's out. This must be his time to sleep.
So he can wake up for the evening.
Yes. They'll be night
The evening.
active kids.
So they
There we
can
go.
bother him.
There we
Gotcha.
go. Thanks, Mom.
Gotcha, big guy.
I'll put this just here within reach.
Okay. There. Picture of contentment. Isn't that wonderful? You boys are just a picture of contentment.
This one always opens one eye first.
Make sure he's happy with what's happening, right? There you go. There. That's a big guy. Oh, stretch. Stretch real nice. Oh, yeah. We've already discussed how we think that both of these boys are going to be heavily participating in sports. We see Stephen as a future golfing champion, and we see Andrew as the future tennis player, based upon their personalities. And of course, everyone's going to be skiing, right, Denise?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone can be a skier.
We're looking forward to having some nice winter ski vacations where we all get together. Denise and her brothers and sisters, and their children. Would that be
Yes.
nice?
Yes, my younger sister Michelle has a little one on the way, due in January. What's today's date? No, December 4th, right? Today's December 4th, 1998, which you've got on the screen. Thank you. Michelle's due January 15th of 99. And Mom thinks it's going to be a girl. James and I, for some reason, think it's going to be a girl. So we'll see. We'll see.
And we'll have some great times together with all these wonderful babies.
That's right.
Christmas will be extra magical. Again, your cousins, Nancy and Kathy, they're so thrilled. Part of it was because they realized Christmas is going to continue living magic.
Yep.
Because you need
Magic
these
of
little
babies.
babies to have the magic.
Yep, you do. Then my brother Joe, who's the third oldest in the family, he's not quite into the family thing yet. He and Tamara are quite ready for that. And Nicole and her husband John aren't quite ready for family either. They're into the career thing right now. So it's Michelle and my turn to do the mom thing.
Did you open up the gift from me?
Oh, you want to open it up?
Oh, yeah, that would be
Okay.
fun. And Nicole would love to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There, look at that nice baby stretch. You're a star in the movie already, big guy. Oh, wow, he's so excited he's yawning.
Nice baby paper.
I think Nicole's enjoying being an aunt.
Is she?
She bought these for Christmas, but she couldn't wait.
Oh, goodness. I'll open the card. Purple. My school colors, Northwestern, from James' school.
Denise's guest last night bought two t-shirts from Northwestern for the boys, which they can wear next year and the year after.
Probably next year, yeah. Let's see, I won't read the card, I'll write what Nicole wrote though, if that's okay. Denise and James, wishing you every happiness with your new bundles of fun. Congratulations, you are two well-deserving people who I know will be excellent parents. John and I look forward to enjoying our new roles as aunt and uncle. With lots of love, John and Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. That's so sweet.
She's a good writer.
That is very, very sweet of her.
Oh my goodness, more
Oh,
outfits for the
goodness.
boys.
Oh, this is great. These are very cute. 3 to 6 months. Good. Oh, that is lovely.
That is, and look at, is that booty?
Wow, yeah.
Oh, isn't that great?
Oh, very smart. Oh, these are great.
The
Yeah,
best
gotta
dress.
keep your feet warm, huh? Read me a story, it says.
Oh, that's so darling.
Ah. Well, that's great. I'll definitely have to tell her thank you. And I'll write her a little note too.
Oh, she'd like that. She'd
Okay.
like it.
I will do that.
I think she's going to take her role as aunt very seriously.
Wow, it's like a shirt and overalls, that's what it is. Okay, shirt and overalls, great.
And booties.
And booties.
Well, other things I remember from when you were a little child were little plastic swimming pools in the backyard.
Ah,
We always had one. It could have been like a half a foot tall and maybe 2 yards wide.
Yeah, I know.
But we always had a little swimming pool for everybody to play.
I had one in the yard too when we used to come to my house.
I remember that. That was a big deal. It was always
Yeah.
a nice activity. I know, I always look forward to that.
Remember when we used to walk around with that net, trying to find butterflies?
Oh, in the field behind your house?
Yeah.
I do remember that. That probably kept me occupied for many hours out here, huh, Grandma? Catching those bottle bugs or bottle flies.
Yeah.
Have you done any, do you want to do another round of close-ups, David? You doing them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
that was
You
good.
caught that one, Mom.
Good, good, good. I'm trying to get you so you can look over my shoulder and look at the camera. Hmm? Say hi, camera. It's me, Stephen. Yeah. It's the precious baby.
He had like a little thing stuck on his nose.
Oh, the little white things?
Yeah.
They go away. They go away. Those were on the noses when they were born.
Yeah.
Cilia or cilia, it's just, the white from the pores that will go away.
He's smiling.
Look at that. Oh, yummy.
And Andy's smiling too?
He was.
They're mugging for the camera.
Yeah.
Then I remember when you and Michelle were little, we used to have the 4th of July parade in Rochester. And you two used to decorate your tricycles and ride in the parade.
I remember.
Down Main Street, no, that was fun.
And you and Dad, did you have to be with us in the parade?
I'm sure we were nearby. We wouldn't have let you go too far on your old tricycle. I wonder where Andrew and Stephen will be riding their tricycles. That'll
I
be
wonder.
interesting, huh?
In the city or in the suburbs, we'll have to see.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Grandma, when did my dad and Uncle Len get bikes?
I think we bought them for your father, and Uncle Len made us, he picked up, somebody threw out a frame on a bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
so him and Richie built himself a bike.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This is my dad or Uncle Len?
Uncle Len, he was always kind of interested, I mean, he was more, what would you call it, mechanically inclined. Yeah, he made it, build his own bike,
Wow.
bought parts. Him and his friend Richie.
You didn't like that. You didn't really like that, did you?
Grandma, when you and your siblings were growing up, you were talking earlier about how your big job was to peel potatoes every morning?
Oh, when I was a kid.
When you were a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I was the oldest, I'm not oldest, but I was the fourth child, but I was the first girl. So at that time, the girl had to do everything.
She did everything.
Yeah.
So your mom would have you peel
And
potatoes.
the potatoes. Oh, yeah. I didn't handle her that rough.
They roll their heads a lot, Grandma. They throw me for a loop. 'Cause they're pretty
He doesn't know why.
Cut the hiccups.
So Grandma, and I remember you also told me another time, when you were a little bit older, was one of your jobs as a kid to watch the cows?
No, I watched
No?
geese.
Watch the geese, okay.
Yeah, I was about 10 years old, and then over with some quite well well-to-do people, you know. They had a lot of servants, and they wanted a girl to watch the geese.
And this is back in Poland in your
Yeah,
village?
sure.
What was the name of your village, Grandma?
Rataya.
Say it again.
Rataje.
Ratalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was where? Was halfway between Warsaw and Krakow?
No, Krakow was the opposite. Between Warsaw and Kielce, another big city. But Krakow was on the other part of the Poland. Krakow was there where, at one time, was under Austrian rule.
Austrian.
And where my mother came from was under Russian rule. Then a part of it was under German rule, so there was split 3 different ways. But after the First World War, that's what Poland got together.
And so I remember you would watch.
I was watching that boy, he's really letting them out. Every time he stretches, he goes poop. And I was so lonesome.
Very informal video.
I was so lonesome over there watching those geese. Once I got so mad, I left the geese and went home.
Oh, did you? Let them fend for themselves. Did you have like a stick, like a shepherd?
No, I just, if they were running way too far, I just wanted to chase them back to where they're supposed to be.
Huh.
Because there was a certain part that the cows pasture, or you kept the geese, and a certain part they had potatoes growing and wheat and, rye and all that stuff. So you had to watch that they wouldn't go and eat that, let them eat the grass instead of the different things. So that's what I was doing, watching so they wouldn't go into the potatoes and eat the potatoes, or go on in a wheat field and eating the green wheat,
I see.
Because they would eat them, they wouldn't have no husk on it, So,
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realize that I guess they didn't have fences between the different.
no.
The crops.
Doing a big field. They had fences around our houses, but nothing. All they had was a marker, they left so much land in between each other, about maybe 3 feet. And this one belonged to one person, this belonged to another.
And that's how you just knew whose land was what?
Yeah.
Whose farm?
And something if somebody was plowing and went too close and plowed some of it, and there was a big fight between the 2 people.
You guys had some farmland of your own, right?
Yeah.
And did you raise your own potatoes?
Oh yeah, everything. Potatoes and hay for the cows and wheat and barley. And sometimes even oats.
Did you guys cure any of your cattle? Like, did you slaughter your cows, or were they dairy cows?
And the dairy cows.
No dairy cows.
We had a cow that used to kick. When I went to milk her, she'd kick and spill all the milk.
Oh, really?
And mother got so mad one time, she second piece made of a rope out of straw and for a pound of stick, and she tied her leg to that stick. She said every time she couldn't pick it up. Because she was sick with her son because she couldn't milk her, not for kicking.
Did that stop her from kicking?
She couldn't pick her leg up, she couldn't do kick.
Oh, that's funny. Mom, when you were growing up, what did you guys used to do? Did you have duties and stuff like Grandma did around the house, or did you play more?
Well, I was the one of two girls in the family, was allowed to babysit quite a few times. So I was the oldest girl, so I babysat with my brothers. And it was interesting because my brothers always did what I told them, or else. And then they tried to get my sister Karen to babysit, but she was closer in age than they were, and so they did not do what she told them. They were afraid of me, but they weren't afraid of Karen. But to this day, I do love my brothers.
I think I was the bossy older sister. Michelle would tell you that.
Well, and I remember also in our family, if you baked, you got to have the first choice of what you baked.
First cut.
First cut. Or if you wanted to, you could have the second piece. So I baked a lot. Chocolate cake was my specialty. Of course, Jerry found it kind of perplexing. When we had dessert, I always felt you cut it in as many pieces as there were people. So I might get a big thing and cut it in 2 pieces, your piece and mine. And it worked at home because you cut it into 10 pieces and these were normal sized pieces, but it wasn't quite necessary in a smaller family.
For 2 people, really. Here's your half and here's mine. Yeah, because you had a total of 7 kids in your family?
Mm-hmm.
We had 4 kids plus 2 parents, and Grandma came from 6 kids. So, pretty big family. We're starting with 2, and we'll see how it goes. 2 might be enough.
For the moment, they
We'll
certainly
see.
are.
For now, that's true. The boys are keeping us running. And we're having lots of fun with them, too. James and I, when we were in the hospital, we had a couple times where we would just sit in the hospital room with the babies in our arms, one in each of our arms. We would just sit there for a couple hours in the afternoon, doing nothing but holding our new baby boys. And we've been trying to do that a few times.
That's when I could never get home again in the hospital.
Yeah.
All the time you were there, I kept on ringing it 3-4 times a day and never went through. Then you told me you had the telephone shut.
Yeah. Sorry, Grandma. I actually didn't realize I had to ring her off until a couple days later. I don't remember turning it off. I don't know, maybe James did or...
Won't you matter? Won't you matter? Won't you matter? I'm getting tired. Okay, let's pick you up. Let's pick you up. Pick you up higher in your birth.
This is probably the first moment today you've actually sat down. Being the mother of 2 is pretty busy, isn't it?
It is, it is. I consider my supervisory job at General Motors have been good training, juggling all these different tasks.
You're
Yeah.
planning on going back?
Good question, Grandma. At this point, yes. We're also going to keep an eye on how financially set we are when James's bonus comes around.
Mm-hmm.
So, but because I had a cesarean, I'll actually get 8 weeks off instead of 6 weeks.
Oh,
That's wonderful.
Yeah. 8
So
additional
when,
weeks.
that'll be like mid-January?
Yeah, like 3rd week of January. So I haven't talked to anybody about that yet at work to figure out exactly when. Because it's so far away right now, you know, and I am kind of thinking about it each day at a time right now with the boys. Yeah, let me ask David, how long have we been on, David?
50 minutes.
5-0?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, your baby should happen Look at the boys playing in the bed upstairs. It's so pretty.
Okay, we'll do a little house tour. How about that?
Sure.
Since you've just had a very still shot the whole time. Do you want to do just one more round of close-ups and then we'll head up and tour the house?
Close-ups. Close-ups. Oh, he's a wonderful baby. Look at him. Oh,
Just sleeping right now, that's why they sleep nights. They're all mixed up.
Mom, you gotta look at the camera.
okay.
See
I'm
my mom.
really enjoying grandmothering.
Yes.
They weren't kidding when they said that's what you have children for, so you can have grandchildren. It's wonderful. Oh, it's so wonderful.
Is it my turn or my grandma's turn?
It's random.
Your turn, Grandma.
You have to look at the
You
camera.
gotta look at the camera so you can get a good shot. And then if you wanna get Andrew to face the camera, I know he's sleeping, but we'll get one more
Come
shot.
on, Andrew.
One more close-up of Andrew.
Come on, Andrew. Look this way. Come on. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. He figures, I don't care about your camera. Leave me alone.
I bet he does.
But she's been sleeping for quite a while.
They've been sleepy babies in the
well, that's
daytime.
all, yeah.
They're waiting, saving their energy for night.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Come on.
Well, you guys wanna head up and we'll show where the boys live.
That's a good idea. So should we stop it? So we have it? Oh, such a nice cry. He's mad. He
Yeah,
isn't
he's
carried
enough.
on. He's sort of
He's done enough is enough.
Okay. Let's get you something.
Dave, would you
Let's
just
get
take
you
a pan the room and show the boys where, show where the boys live? And I think I'll shut this door so you can get their crib.
Inside is good, inside that little crib.
Yeah.
Some of the good things in there.
Oh, should we just have it in there or not?
Okay.
Do you want me to take them or you want to try to sit up with them?
Oh, you take him.
We're gonna put him in here for
Go
1
back
second.
and sit up with you.
I
I'm
understand.
not used to that. Having babies.
There.
Oh, I understand that. It definitely does take,
Just for 1 minute, we
They
want
look-
you in here for Winnie the Pooh.
the Papa Lion's looking after them. Want to try to
Yeah,
get
you
them in
can
the
come
crib?
in, yeah.
There we are. There's the superstars. They're on camera. Yeah. There we go. Want to raise their heads a little bit, Mom?
Sure.
There, last photo opportunity. Yeah, there they are. There's our little boys. Yeah. They're done, I think.
We don't care about it anymore. We don't care about it anymore. You're all finished, precious.
There we
You, I
go.
think you want some more food.
Well, you guys, let's all sit next to Grandma,
Okay.
and we'll
Shall we
sign
get put
off.
up? We'll sit like this.
Can you do that, Mom?
Sure.
Okay.
There.
Andrew's definitely
Andrew's
had
not going to be
Steve is
liking
sleepy.
this too much longer.
Yeah.
There we are. 4 generations.
He's figured enough is enough. He's being disturbed.
I think we can call it then.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get this poor baby some food.
The end of our special day with Grandma and Great Grandma and Mom and boys.
A wonderful day.